a minute, man. What it do, YouTube? It's your boy. Hey, Justice, come and turn this light on over here for me. Hey, come turn this other light on, Joe. Come turn this other light on. What it do, y'all, man? It's your boy, man. Excuse the wave cap. Just had to put the waves back, but yeah, man. I don't know if y'all feel it, man, or if y'all know, if y'all see what's going on or what's currently happening around the world. But disaster is coming upon the land. It's already here. I hate to say it's coming because, you know what I'm saying, that'll be like me telling y'all like something coming or some shit like that. What's good, man? But disaster is here, man. You ain't hearing about it because, the United States, for some reason, man, they bless you. You know what I'm saying? The people in this place is blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? We getting all the signs, though. Like, we getting warning. You know how they say warning come before destruction. You know what I'm saying? That shit is real. Now, right now, you got over in Spain, you got these landslides and shit, floods, unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? People don't know what they about to see, man. And it's like certain parts of the planet, this is real life. Certain parts of the land, man, they not even getting no fall time or no shit like that. Like, they going straight into winter, like ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Certain places, you know what I'm saying? And then you got it heating up in certain places. Like, people really don't know what's coming, and it's gonna come fast. It seems like it's taking forever right now, but it's gonna come real fast. This shit gonna come real fast, and shit. All I can say is, if you ain't, what I'm saying, been doing this study or shit, you ain't heard about what's taking place. You know what I'm saying? This is the biggest. Now, I know some of y'all like to say, like, you know what I'm saying, people be fear-mongering and all this shit, but when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, going by sight and not by, you know what I'm saying, what you hear or whatever, you know what I'm saying, if you go look into the natural disasters that's occurring around the world, that's such an alarming rate right now, and then you look at the United States, you be like, man, they blessed. You know what I'm saying? Us, we blessed. Because right now you got it flooding in the Sahara Desert. Unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? Like, you people don't know what the soil is going to produce. The bugs and shit that should come from the dirt. It just the moment, like, all of the East Coast states and all of the southern states, the Gulf Coast states, that shit gonna be literally flooded. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta take hurricanes and shit. See, what y'all don't understand is that our weather has reversed itself, or it's in the process of reversing. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna have times when we getting rain unprecedented, like years worth of rain within months. Fucking 13 inches worth of rain, 14 inches worth of rain within hours. This shit happening within hours. Places being fucking flooded out within hours. And then you got the wind. You got all of these events that's occurring right now. You got the wind event that's taking place, which is these derechios and shit. It ain't even got to be a real hurricane. It could be hurricane force winds. No water, none of that shit. Blowing trees up out the ground and all type of shit. This is unnatural to what we usually know, even when it comes to the atmospheric rivers and all of that. See, you people can't see. It takes for, you know what I'm saying, it's about action. So once you see some shit in action, that's when you want to start praying. And, pray for Florida, pray for y'all. Should have been praying a long time ago. It's a lot of shit happening around this world, man, that you are missing. Like, motherfuckers shouldn't have to pull out the Coburn Bible and have to pull out all these books and shit and show y'all, you know what I'm saying, what's being said or what's being written. You should already see this shit, or unless you just occupy. You know, a lot of us occupy. I say 90% of the world don't even know what's taking place right now. They tell us, you know what I'm saying, there's certain books and certain information that's been out here for a long time. And I'm not talking about from the 80s, back in like 84 or some shit. They said the same thing happened with the second moon. This is something totally different. That was a comet. This is a real satellite, like a real moon that has come in. And then not only that, it's bigger than what they said it is. It's moving faster than what they said it is. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all wonder why things is off. Like, certain people can't even see certain things is off. You know what I'm saying? When you talk to majority of the women in the world, if you talk to majority of the women in the world, ask them about what's taking place with they monthly, they menstrual, because the cycle is the same way. It's the same way with the moon and shit. So that's gonna affect like the women. This is real shit. Everyday life, like they might get that shit twice a month, sometimes three. Not even knowing what's going on. The average woman don't even know what's happening right now. They don't even know. And this is around the world. Not all, but like most majority of women. That's you know what I'm saying. They be my shit came 2 weeks early. This blase says that's because the cycles is changing with the moon. It's an effect with that other fucking moon that came in. That has an effect on everybody's everyday way of life. The lakes, the oceans, all that shit. They tell you, it's gonna be here for it's gonna be in orbit or whatnot for like they say 2 months or some shit, right? But they're not telling y'all the truth. This is the whole point. They probably telling my face because of course people out here with satellites and phones and shit. So that somebody was gonna spot this shit. I mean, telescopes and shit. So somebody was gonna spot it. So they had to tell us. But the storms and shit that's coming from these objects that's coming in and shit, because it's a pull, it's a force. That's why it's a pole shift. It is. That's exactly what the fuck is going on. That's why the weather is like reversing itself. I don't know if it's like coming together, turning right now, or what it's doing. But when you go look at the jet stream and all that shit, go look at California and see what they currently about to experience. The storms that's over there off of in the ocean and shit. They literally like energy in the ocean twisting and shit like storm, but it's they call it dracios. Shit, it's like rain. I mean, the water evaporating and coming raining on them and shit. Like this is like some type of event. Like we ain't never seen this. Motherfuckers ain't never seen this. You have never seen this. And then, hold on. Let me get this. All that fact. Let me grab something from up here, man. Let me grab a little bit. But I shouldn't have to go into these books, man, and all of this in order to get, you know what I'm saying, people to believe what is currently going on. We shouldn't have to open up these books, man. But we gonna open them, even though the fucking shouldn't have to, right? Let's see where the rest of them at. I gotta find these books, man. We gonna see. All right, I got 1, 2. We just put a see something real quick. Now, when it come to these moons, man, right? Like, just talking about these moons and shit. All of the effects that this stuff would have on the. Man, 1 second, man. I gotta move some stuff around. And I'm gonna get off here real quick. But like I try to tell y'all, man, you know, I shouldn't have to, show y'all this shit for people to understand what is currently happening. So anyway, they talk about the path of this thing and how it came in and all that shit and how long it take to go around the sun or whatnot. So they tell us that the thing coming in on the east, it came in on the east, like it rose with the sun, wherever the fuck it came from. Like this orbit that this thing is on, right? See how it came from way back here and shit? It came in wherever it came in at, and it went right with the sun. Motherfucker went right just like they say in this fucking book right here, right? It did exactly what they say the motherfucker was gonna do, right? Let's see. So they tell us its movements on high were slow, below it swirled in the manner of smoke, and it remained close to the sun, whose face it hid. So, when the motherfucker came in, however it came in, right, on this elliptical orbit, right here, because it's been 3,000 years. However, whatever type of orbit this thing on, it take 3,000 years. I had to buy the book again, because I've been fucking it up. So, they tell you about the orbit, right? After planet X crosses the elliptic into its electrical interactions with the sun, will begin causing it to become extremely violent. And this is what we starting to see right now with the all the X-class flares and all that shit, right? As Planet X heads back out to the edge of our solar system, the sun will begin to settle down. Okay. Pass. Right. So in 2009, it's already here. This shit, everything they saying has already happened. So when they say it will be clearly visible at night as a bright reddish object to those living in the southern hemisphere, right? And I guess it came in around here. So they talked about the early signs, the solar cycle, early signs, August 4 class, X class. You know, the early signs, I guess, that they were saying that this motherfucker was here, right? The approach, tribute. Okay. They talking about how it will look like a faint reddish object, right? That's what they said, right? And that's exactly how it looked. Cause I got it recorded, right? So the motherfucker came up. It's here somewhere. I don't know where it's set up there, but it's up there, right? And they talked about, you know, it's steady moving. They talk about, you know, easily noticeable, dimly visible during the day, bright reddish object at night. And that's exactly how it looked. When you go outside, the motherfucker in the sky, bright reddish object at night, and it's steady moving, right? Asteroids impacts, tsunamis, major quakes, and volcanic eruptions. Now, right now, the reason that they say that, right? Okay, they say, on this day, Planet X will cross through the elliptic plane and begin its most electrical activity state, races towards, okay, not that part, right? But right here. So all of the volcanoes right now, all around the world, okay, the Earth is like a, that's the sun right there. The Earth like over here some fucking where, or somewhere over there. Oh, it's over here. It's right there right now. Why this thing is shooting up here. The thing is way the fuck over here somewhere, right? Where is it? It's over here somewhere. But it's affecting the Earth, causing alignments and shit, different alignments right now as we speak. And it's exactly what it's doing because of the pull. So all of the magma is it's affecting the core of the Earth, just like they say, right? Just like they say, man. And that's why I tell y'all, Florida gonna be gone. They just been giving all of that shit that y'all seen ain't nothing, man. The shit ain't nothing. They already talk about, like I told y'all last time, Florida gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone. All of the Florida Keys, all that shit. The only part they say probably will survive is the Panhandle. This part of the state may be able to survive. As for Central Florida, Central, South, and the Florida Keys, these parts will be devastated by tides of water, right? And this going back to all the hurricanes and shit, even California. California gonna be gone. They talk about all the sun states. All the sun states gonna be gone. And this section will examine the sun states, California, Arizona, and Florida. All them motherfuckers gonna be gone. All right? And this ain't me just up here saying this shit. You see what they say? California is composed of rock plates. This is currently happening right now. This event, they know all the events that was coming. They talked about this shit, right? Before we even go into this, let's just go and see what they said, what was gonna happen, what this shit was gonna cause. Right? Then I go back to that. So they say the Earth, right? The solar system, they talked about the solar system around 2009. The sun will be well into solar cycle 24. So they talk about all that shit that has passed. Now we're starting to see the real glimpse of this shit where they talk about the average magnitude. Now we seeing this. So this ain't nothing that they saying. This ain't coming. This shit is here. Okay? Exactly what they said as this motherfucker come up in whatever the fuck it does. I don't know what it does. Okay? I'm not a fucking meteorologist. I'm not a scientist, none of that shit. I'm just telling y'all what it says. And then we're alive to experience this. So you can't say that they lying. Because this shit is the truth. Now they say the average magnitude of earthquakes will continue to increase. That's what we're watching. Motherfuckers want to act like they don't know. People trying to act like all the seismic activity kicked up. They don't know why. They know why. They say in hurricanes and tornadoes will be far more powerful. So while we getting all these days, oh, that was the strongest hurricane we ever had. You know, they say it devastated over like 4 states, right? You ain't seen shit. We ain't seen shit. They talk about Hurricane Katrina in this motherfucker. They done named every hurricane in this bitch. Literally. So they say the average magnitude of earthquakes will continue to increase and hurricanes and tornadoes will be far more powerful. They say the weather patterns will will be more extreme all around the world, and that's what we currently watching. That's why Spain is flooding. You know, the Sahara Desert, all that shit flooding. You know what I'm saying? All these different events that's currently happening. Certain parts of China, Japan, all these different events that's happening, okay? Italy, all these different events, the volcanoes and all that shit. All of this is together, and it's all with this shit. Your global warming, your fucking climate change, all of that is this. This is what they talk about. So when you hear global warming, motherfucker, think of Planet X, because that's exactly what it is. So they say the average magnitude of earthquakes will continue to increase, and hurricanes and tornadoes will be far more powerful. Weather patterns will be more extreme all around the world. They say the more prolonged droughts and periods of severe rainfall will no longer be the exception. They will be the rule. Y'all see that? Because what they say, the floodgates of heaven have been opened. And that's exactly what the fuck they said. Consequently, because of this, right? Because of the global weather patterns reversing themselves, it's called the jet stream and the fucking fuck. I just got threw off. Fuck. All this shit is through. It's all fucking up right now. When you go look at this, the moisture and all that shit, the precipitation. That's what I was trying to come up with. Okay, all this shit is reversing itself, man. All you gotta do is go look at it. Go look at right now. Go look at how they got winter. Man, I'm telling you, half of us ain't gonna even see no motherfucking winter, man. This shit is real, and some of us is gonna be hot as a bitch. Florida, they say Texas gonna be hotter than ever, hotter than average. But anyway. So they say consequently, global weather patterns will reverse themselves. Where there was rain, there will be drought, vice versa. You see the desert. Y'all see the Sahara, man. Y'all see that shit? So then they go on to talk about, right? On this time passing, 2013, all this shit we missed. Remember that alignment that happened? When all the planets aligned up like that, remember? And they was like, oh, this hasn't happened in 4,000 years. Yeah. They know. They know. Look, that motherfucker came up and it aligned all them motherfucking planets together. Remember when you walked outside? This was like 2020. Motherfucker walked outside, all the planets was in the air like this. The motherfucker was just like this. I swear, all of them. And Earth was right in that shit. It's just we on Earth, so we can't see us aligned, but we was right in the midst of that. We was all aligned, just like that, man. And that's exactly how that is. That's exactly how we all was aligned like that. This shit is coming. That's why you starting to see these shooting stars. Everybody gonna start to see them. Shooting stars, motherfuckers, shooting stars. They asteroids, man. The meteors and shit. Them not shooting stars, man. That's disaster. That's coming. Fire and brimstone. Because this thing is getting closer. So this shit is shooting off this motherfucker. Like literally shooting off. You know what I'm saying? That's why they talk about these asteroids and shit. Asteroids impacts with tsunamis, major quakes and tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions. They know exactly what the fuck is headed this way. You know, it sounds like, like a fairy tale or some shit. But y'all gonna see. They gonna tell you, oh, it was a meteor shower or some crazy shit. Crazy shit, man. So anyway, that's why it's all biblical. It's a biblical thing, too, because, they talk about the waters being poisoned and all this shit. And that goes back to the wormwood shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we ain't gonna go too far in that. We ain't gonna go on that, because, But anyway, they talk about the natural cataclysms, okay? Natural cataclysms such as supervolcanic eruptions, magnitude 9 earthquakes, magnitude 9 plus earthquakes along major fault lines. That's why they did the, what's the name? Pay attention, y'all. They know what's coming. If they didn't know this was coming, let me ask y'all a question. Our whole life of being alive, not too many of us never knew that earthquakes didn't happen nowhere, but we thought that shit was only in California. So now, earthquakes is in Texas, earthquakes is in Illinois, earthquakes is in fucking Missouri, earthquakes is in Oklahoma, earthquakes is in Texas, earthquakes have been up here in Sturgeon Bay. Motherfucker, earthquakes is everywhere. So what they saying? All of the fault lines running through the earth, it's like the earth is like a cracked egg. I bullshit you not, okay? My guy explained this shit just like this. So earth is like this, right? Let's just say. And there's lines all throughout earth, all throughout it, right? But earth has a core, right? A core. Spewing out fire and all type of shit, right? Right? But not only that, but these lines. Magma is running through all these lines now on the earth. It's building up magma. So now we getting super volcanic eruptions like a lot of, you see what's going on over in Iceland and shit. You know what I'm saying? Different places, the volcano in Hawaii, Mexico, all this different shit, man. All this is because of this object is here. They know supervolcanic eruptions, nuclear winter, ice age, earth shifts on its exits, all that shit. They know what's happening. So they want to talk about natural cataclysms such as supervolcanic eruptions, magnitude 9 earthquakes along major fault lines, and tsunamis will occur globally at a breathtaking pace. Okay, these scientists that's writing this shit. Well, y'all think they on the news crying and shit, people making fun of them. Oh, y'all see them scientists crying? Facebook, a whole fucking joke. But anyway, global weather patterns will become violent as summer and winter merge into a single season. And that's what you're watching. Go look at the jet stream right now. Go look at that shit. Go look at it. Go look back at months. You'll see like it's like acceleration of whatever the fuck is happening. It's like a countdown. I don't know if that doomsday clock, because the doomsday clock couldn't have been for the war. How would you have time to go down? That ain't what that's for. That doomsday clock was for this shit. They knew as close as that motherfucker get. That's why we like 5 seconds. We probably like 2 seconds to midnight. They knew, man. They knew this whole fucking time. It would not be this many books on this situation. It would not be this much information out here about this shit if they didn't know this. All of them saying the same shit. So they say global weather patterns will become violent as summer and winter merge into a single season. Right? Major coastal cities will be grounded to pieces under angry seas. Right? Part of the atmosphere could become ionized and become red iron oxide, man. That's crazy. Could become ionized and become poisonous to all breath. Entire regions of the planet could become poisonous in all forms of life, to all forms of life. Then they talk about Earth's power grids and transportation systems and communication networks and all that shit already have been paralyzed, destroyed or paralyzed, become paralyzed. Only hardened government, corporate, and military systems will survive. They talk about all that shit, man. And we getting closer and closer to this moment. You see, as it goes up, it affects every planet and everything it comes in contact with, okay? It affects it, okay? So it's right now, wherever it's at, whatever is near, motherfucker, it's affecting it, all right? And then they talk about the volcanic activity. The atmosphere will become darkened in part by dust and smoke from volcanic activity, resulting in a nuclear winter scenario. Global warming gases created through man-made pollution will help mitigate this. Listen. Now, how many of y'all remember Al Gore talking about global warming back in the day? Everything this shit is saying, he really basically said this. Oh, this is what I was talking about right here. This is starting to already happen, right? Y'all see how the rain and the water is starting to rip out roads and streets and bridges and shit? Like with force? They said this. All above ground infrastructure such as highways, overpasses, and bridges will be in a state of collapse, and most buildings and homes will be destroyed or unsafe. Now watch what happened in California. Keep paying attention. There's going to be more states of emergencies and shit like that from the mudslides and shit that's coming. It's going to be mudslides, rock slides, all that shit. Yeah, I bet. It's a lot of people out here. It's a lot of people out here. I mean, women out here that's like that. That they don't know what's going on. And they not dealing with men that know about this shit, or they not. I'm pretty sure like a lot of metaphysics and shit. People that practice metaphysics and all that shit, they know what's taking place. So they can tell you right now that a woman's cycle is off. It gotta be. Not all, but you know what I'm saying? Like enough to make it about the natural woman. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a second moon that has come in. If our moon, our one moon that's here, affect our everyday life and the woman's cycle, what the fuck you think 2 moons go do? That's why you experience, and that's why, if not all of you, right? A lot of you, a certain amount of you are experiencing havoc with your cycle. Either it's coming too early, or it's not long enough, or it's too long, or it came again in the same month, did that shit 3 times. Watch, I'm telling you, this is some real life shit, man. Just like the moon affects the waters of the oceans, the moon affects our everyday life. Y'all don't know this shit. Y'all don't know this, man. Y'all don't know, but you will. You will. Y'all will. It's true, man. But anyway, so they talk about, the alignment with the sun and all that. We ain't gonna go too far into that shit, but Let's see. The closer this thing get, man, that's what they tell us, right? So it came in, right? Y'all see why we keep having these eclipses? It was an eclipse, you know, certain. Yeah, what was that? All right, so I have to put it together. All right, but y'all see how we keep having these eclipses and shit, man. You know, eclipse used to be a rare thing. Now it's because other objects had came in, so we gonna have sudden eclipses. You know what I'm saying? Here and there. Not always where you can see it in the United States, but on certain parts of the earth or the land, whatever the fuck you want to call it, there's eclipses happening. Okay, it's not the moon. It's these objects. You ain't got to believe it. Just go look it up. It was eclipsed twice last month or this month. Was it this month? I think on the 2nd. And then, yeah, go look it up. Go look it up, y'all. Shit is real. So they say Nibiru will rise with the sun at sunrise. It has done that in the east. They said, well, it look like a new star in the heavens, right? So it rise. It was little as a motherfucker. It was like a star. It get bigger and bigger. And as the days go by, it will grow bigger and bigger and eventually eclipse the sun. It has already done that. All right? That eclipse we had back in April, that wasn't this fucking, if you go look up, there's videos out here and everything. The moon over here. So what the fuck is in front of the sun? Yeah, all right. Y'all don't know. Hell, I don't even know. But they do. Okay, they say, but as the days go by, it will grow bigger and bigger and eventually eclipse the sun. It is a planet larger than Jupiter in red in color. And they have found it, people. It's not a myth no fucking more. Might have been a myth years ago. It's not a fucking myth anymore. All right? It has a comet-like tail of debris, right? This is why we seeing all these meteors and shit, shooting stars and shit, because this motherfucker go from one end of the sky all the way to the other. So you go start seeing videos all around on Facebook, all around everywhere, motherfucker shoot stars, shoot through the sky. Green, red. Nah, motherfucker. That's disaster. Death and destruction is coming upon the land. That's because that shit coming off the tail, y'all. So it said it has a comet-like tail of debris. It also has moons, y'all, right? Now, this was way before the news came out and said, oh, we're going to get a second moon. Bitch, it's more than one. It's more than one. They not telling y'all. They say it also has moons accompanied, right? So if the moons is accompanied, right, the moon's coming in first, all right? That's what you start to see now. The moons and shit, the extra moon. They all, we got 2 moons. Like, yeah, that shit came in with this shit. They all coming in together. You know, you see, we have our own, you know, solar system. We got planet, Jupiter, Venus, Mars. This thing has its own shit too. Yeah. And they arrived. They all are here. I ain't talking about no fucking aliens. These are the aliens, motherfucker. That's what Reagan was talking about. I ain't talking about little great people. I'm talking about planets that's going to affect the everyday natural life. Disasters coming. The oceans will rise, boil, and man, it's going to be like a wall, brick wall coming at motherfuckers. Sad. So then they go on to talk about the flooding, right? As Nibiru, or Planet X, or whatever you want to call it, passes the Earth, right? Because it's somewhere over here right now. It's somewhere. It's doing what it do. It's affecting our everyday life and all the other planets too. Right now as we speak. So they say as Nibiru passes the Earth, it will affect the gravitational pull of the Earth. That will increase the amount of turbulence in the ocean waves, just as the moon affects the waters of the Earth. The United States will be flooded. Not completely, but, and there's maps out here. Go look them up. But the coast hold on.